Women aren't born warriors, we become them. And the road to becoming a warrior is bumpy as hell. Each week, I'm interviewing women who, through tragedy and triumph, are leaping for greatness. Get ready to unleash your inner warrior. I'm Liz Svatek, and this is Conversations with Warrior Women. Hello, warriors! Never before have we needed our lady friends as badly as we do now. Oh, God. The day-to-day hamster wheel of life is not any fun without a girl gang behind you. A lot of us are struggling now, but just imagine that in the middle of all that's going on in your life, you are also battling cancer. Then you would really need a girl gang. Oh my gosh, you would really need women to support you, help you, show you strength and loyalty. You might just need the Cancer Cartel. Yes, the ladies joining me today did just that. They created a Cancer Cartel. We're looking for new members of our gang. The Cancer Cartel. I'm joining these ladies in a fight against cancer, and after you meet them, you will too. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, baby. We're doing this. But first, have you left us a positive review? You know you want to now. You're even more inspired. Come on, do it. Please. I would be so grateful. It helps me move up in the rankings and bring more great ladies to you. If you want to spend more time with me, go to thewarriormoms.co. On that website, you can get all my articles, you can sign up for my e-blasts, and you can get to the podcast too. Okay, on with the show. It's a first today. I've only interviewed one lady at a time, but I got two today. Now, our third gang member is with us in spirit. She had to travel, but I have two ladies today because I've never interviewed more than one, but I need the cartel here, baby. Today, I'm talking to the ladies who run the nonprofit, the Cancer Cartel. I love this name, guys. I told you, I literally love this name. The Cancer Cartel was founded with the mission to provide financial assistance and relief to those fighting cancer. Oh, those cancer warriors, how we love them. We're going to learn all about them and their amazing organization today. Please welcome to the show, Carrie. Now, Carrie, help me with your name. Carrie Salmonson.
You are so close, Liz. It's Salmonson.
Salmonson. Okay.
It's a tough one.
My last name is Svatek. So just as we...
Yeah, girl, I get you.
Yeah. Salmonson. And then Katie. Katie's not here, but her sister, Shelly. Is it Tinny?
Tinny, you're correct.
I did it right. Shelly
Yes.
is also here. So Shelly and Carrie are here. We're going to talk about Katie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. We are so excited.
Oh my
What
God.
a blessing.
I mean, first of all, we're all like in our various pinks. I mean, yes, okay, fine. Shelly, I don't see any pink, but I think maybe
You know what? I've got a pink water bottle and a notebook, so I got it covered.
Notebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It really upset me. Okay, ladies, thank you for coming to the show and letting me join the Cancer Cartel. I am a full member. We're going to talk
Yes, you are.
how you can join, but first, Shelly, and I know Katie's not here, but we're going to kind of talk to her. She's your sister.
Yeah.
Tell me about your journeys with cancer and why starting the Cancer Cartel was so important to you.
Thank you. Yes, and that was quite an intro. Thank you for that amazing intro you did on Cancer Cartel. We'll have to use that more often. So yes, I'm a breast cancer and skin cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 35. That was prior to me having any children with my husband or anything. So that was a big shock to me when I sat down in the doctor's office and they said, the chemo was going to destroy your ovaries. And if you want to have children, you're going to have to freeze your embryos within the next 2 weeks before you start chemo.
Oh my God. Hello.
Yeah. That was like, hit me pretty hard because I was not even expecting the chemo. I was just hoping, to go in there and get the lumpectomy. But no, I had to have the full thing, mastectomy, chemo, radiation. But that part was the hardest, I think, hearing those words. And then to find out that insurance doesn't cover that because, it's an elective kind of thing. So it's very expensive. Yes.
Right. What are you telling me?
To freeze your embryos because of cancer, it's an elective thing. So your insurance will not cover that. So it's a huge, huge expense that a lot of people don't even realize is out there. And especially for all these young women that are,
is $1,75,000. By the way, my son was in vitro, and that was a straight $50,000 experience. That thank you, my mother and stepfather Bob, for
yes.
giving me Landon.
Wow.
I didn't have an extra 50. That was just like chilling in my house. Like, let me just
Most people don't.
No.
right. So I know how much that stuff costs. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And when you're hit with it and you have to make a quick decision. I mean, you're already under like the pressure of cancer, and then you hear that. So my husband and I, we had a savings, luckily, because, we're very focused on our careers at that time. So we went ahead and did that. And that really got me through my cancer journey, knowing I had these frozen embryos. Fast forward, a year after my treatment, I got to follow the process, of having, unfreezing those embryos. I couldn't carry myself because my cancer was estrogen positive. And that would, the cancer cells like that. So they did not want me carrying a child. So my other sister, not Katie, but Terry, was our surrogate. So that's kind of a cool, it's a really sweet piece of the story that my other sister was our surrogate. And the crazy thing is that we had 8 embryos. Ava, our daughter, was the last embryo that was unfrozen. Like all the rest of them, and the first ones didn't take. She was our last hope at it, and she survived. So that's kind of my
she's the miracle girl.
She's a miracle, and that's why we do. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm out there trying to help other women because of her.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I got to I had to go back to my career after having her, which was the hardest thing I could do. I mean, I worked so hard to have her. I wanted to stay home with her. And then I'd be sitting in my office and just in these meetings all day, because I was in the corporate world and finance, and just in crazy meetings, wanting to pound my head against my keyboard because people were arguing over like the silliest things in life. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but on my board, because I know you're going to ask a question about our motto, but on my whiteboard in my office, I had YOLO written in big letters because I was just so tired of like just the little things that people were so consumed about. And I was just like, I was not there anymore. I had like positive affirmations around me all the time. I was just in a different headspace. And so I knew
that's the hell. You were like, yes, about this dumb thing.
Yes.
About. I've already been to hell.
So I knew there was something more for me out there, like something fun, a way to give back. And so I had started talking to my sister Katie about this. Like, I mean, several years ago, her and I were really big into fashion, and we loved going. We'd go shopping to all the, secondhand stores and stuff. What do you call those?
Consignment stores. Consignment.
I didn't know if you were going to
The
say
fun was to send whatever
you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They
her
went
and I,
to all the stores.
we would love to shop. Yeah, her and I love to shop. My other 2 sisters, they could care less, but Katie and I always love to shop. And so we were always talking about, gosh, we should open a boutique or something fun. Well, then a couple of years after I got through my cancer journey, Katie was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and she also has skin cancer. So my whole family, we all have the light blue eyes and the fair skin, and we've all, including my parents, have all gone through the skin cancer journey. But Katie was hit with non-Hodgkin lymphoma. That was really hard. And I would say watching it from a different perspective, because when I was going through it, I mean, like I knew I had to get through this, and I didn't want to burden anybody else, but I was like trying to stay positive. Watching someone else go through it, I think was even harder.
Yeah.
So being there with her, I mean, she was a warrior going through her chemo and stuff. And then 6 months into chemo, she was almost done. And they said, we got a call when we were in her doctor's office, because my family we all go to each other's appointments together. We're that team.
I love that.
So we were in there with her, and the doctor got a call, and her chemo wasn't working anymore, and the tumors were growing back. And so they said, okay, we have to start something more aggressive on you. And that was going to be a stem cell transplant.
Okay, no, wait a minute. Stem cells are not cheap either. That's another.
It's very expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the most
Yes,
expensive.
health insurance doesn't cover this either.
Well, the part that is difficult is when you're going through it. In Seattle, they have a program at the Seattle Cancer Care where, because typically when you're getting a stem cell transplant, you have to stay in the hospital for 6 weeks while they do that process.
Oh my God.
Seattle got it
Right.
down where they have an apartment complex right next to them that is, so you have to be in a sterile kind of environment. And so in that apartment complex, you can stay there for 6 weeks. You have to stay there for 6 weeks, but it
Well,
costs
that can't be cheap. 6
No.
weeks in an apartment.
Out of pocket, that costs.
for
yeah.
apartment you have.
That costs a lot of money. So she had to stay downtown. in this apartment for 6 weeks. She couldn't work. And then prior to that, I mean, I would just say all of her appointments, she lives an hour south of the city. So she
At
was
least an
driving-
hour.
Yeah, she was driving every day. I mean, in all these cancer places, you have to pay for parking. You have to, you're paying for your gas. You're there all day. You have to go down to the cafeteria and eat. I mean, these expenses really, truly add up. And Katie and I mean, we literally heard people in the hallways while we were there saying that, they were having conversations with the nurses about like how they couldn't afford this. They were not going to be able to pay their mortgage if they paid the medication. And so these are like real conversations that are happening there. So after that, after Katie's journey, I knew it was going to do something to her too, because cancer just does something where there's something bigger for you. So after she got through her treatment, her and I started talking again. And I'm like, Katie, I've got to get out of my job. I've got to do something.
Get out of here.
Got to get out of that hell.
I have to get out. And so luckily my husband was in a position where I was able to leave my job when my daughter was 3. So I got to spend, 2 years with her before she got into kindergarten. And then I'll let Carrie take it from here in a minute because
I got to know how you come into the story. So first of all, we've already learned 2 things. Health insurance is a joke, as you
Right.
Secondly, there are a million costs to cancer that you would never know about unless you were going through cancer, and you better have your $1 million on the side just so you can pay for it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and I'll even say that even people don't realize, like when you get a mastectomy, and Carrie and I both had breast cancer, but I mean, there's so much expense to that. I mean, you have, I had to have like these, you put these pads in your bras until you have a reconstructive. There's just a ton. There's medication when you're going.
you don't think about.
Yes, there's a lot. And then just bras, and then clothes that help. Like when you're going through mastectomy, you have these stupid drains that you have to. I mean, there's just a lot. But I'll just say, like when my daughter entered kindergarten, I knew I had extra time then, and so that was in September. October, my sister Katie called me about this idea that her and Carrie came home with, and it was amazing.
Okay.
And it's why we're here.
Carrie, with your big pink bow, I love you so much. Okay, Carrie,
I
tell
love
me
you
about
too.
your journey, and how did you come alongside these sisters, and what was this thing you cooked up?
Well, I mean, I love telling this story so much because every time I tell it, I just feel the fire of just the passion that we have for this. So my journey is definitely, different than Katie and Shelly's. I've had breast cancer, I had thyroid cancer, and I also had skin cancer. I was very,
Is it enough? You're like an overachiever.
I'm kind of an overachiever, but cancer is what we focused on. But I also had spinal meningitis when I was 30 and like nearly died from it.
Oh my God.
So my journey has just been, I had my first bilateral mastectomy when I was 19 years old. So my journey has just been a roller coaster, but I always knew that I was destined for something greater. Like I knew that those things didn't wipe me out for a reason. I shouldn't have lived. Like I definitely shouldn't. The way I found my breast cancer, I woke up one morning with one deflated implant from my previous mastectomy. And much to my surprise, I had a milk duct that I didn't know about. And that's where they found the cancer. And if I wouldn't have ruptured my implant, they never would have found it. And I definitely would have been way worse off or dead. So that was, I know. That's crazy to think, but it also just puts something in you that's like, okay, God, like I freaking get it. Show me the way. Like, show me what the hell is supposed to happen. So my husband has had a friend named Katie for a long time. And he always told me that, oh my God, you have to meet my friend Katie. She's so much like you. She's super high energy. She's just a spitfire. She says what she means. And she loves fashion. And she had cancer. So you guys are going to be best friends forever. Well, the minute we laid eyes on each other, it was freaking love at first sight. And you get the two of us in a room together. You think I talk fast? Like the two of us together, like you should just, poor Shelly. Like, I don't know how Shelly hasn't. I don't know how Shelly.
Like these two are cuckoo. I love this show. I'm not going to change this channel. It is good.
Exactly.
Good show.
It's totally it. And, one thing I want to touch on is just Shelly's ability to keep us moving like forward and not going bing, 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 bing all over the place.
No,
Like
we
without,
have the same of that personality.
Oh, yeah.
Ground. But two, well, and then one
Yeah.
is like, okay, guys, but on Monday we're going to do this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
that's exactly it. So Katie is a little harder to get out of the house than I am. She's definitely COVID was okay for her when she got told she had to quarantine. Like she was friggin'
jam.
Yeah,
Totally
was her jam. And I'm the freaking opposite, which if you can't tell that already, like I was crying myself to sleep. Like, where are my people? So
I have the fun personalities. I'm going to put this in the show notes, but I'm going to make you take this test. I made a COVID like what kind of
Oh, that's awesome.
quiz?
Yes.
I got like quarantine queen because I'm over here like making a garden and over here like doing cocktails. Now listen, only because I'm desperate for people and desperate for
Oh, that's
So I was
funny.
like, yes, I will grow pumpkins for Halloween. You can do that? I mean, people garden, like just like, whatever. And yeah, okay. So the quarantine did not. She liked the quarantine, but you were like, "Where are my people?"
Yeah, I was like, someone, I'm gonna die. So I had asked Katie, this is going on a year and a half ago. I'd asked Katie to join me at a nonprofit event for Northwest Harvest, which in the Seattle area is our big feeding program. So
And that's
feeding
where
the hungry.
are based right in Seattle.
Seattle, yeah.
Okay.
So, but to be clear, we help people all over the country.
You're just right. I'm just
Yes.
where you
Yeah.
come from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get to this Northwest Harvest event, and I'm sure you understand this and your audience understands this as well. There's something magic about knowing you're helping people. So as we're packaging food, we're just feeling more and more inspired. And of course, both of us, had faced journeys that we shouldn't have really come out of. Like Katie's stem cell was like a last ditch effort. Like that was kind of do or die, literally stuff.
Yeah.
So, so we're just kind of talking about gratitude and how, we're meant for more and what the hell are we going to do with this life that we were given, because something big is out there for us because God spared us for a reason. And we can't squander this shit. Like it's real.
100%. Yeah.
Right. So we get in the car and we're fired up and we're like, okay, what are we going to do? What do we both love? Well, we both love high-end fashion. So I have a history at Nordstrom and I've always loved fashion. Katie's always been a shopper. Like she has the most beautiful curated clothing that her closet is to die for. But so we were like, what could we do? Well, we both love the Real. And if you or your audience is familiar with the Real, it's a luxury online consignment store where people donate they send in their Louis Vuitton and then they sell it and then they get the money. Well, we thought, what if we could be the Real in the nonprofit space? What if people would send us their Chanel that they don't wear anymore and we could sell it and then give the money directly to people fighting cancer for their everyday living expenses, not for treatment, not for research. There's money out there for that stuff. We want to help people with what it takes to live. So by the time we got home, we were so freaking fired up. We thought, holy shit, this is this is the answer. Like, this is why we're here. I mean, I get really fired up and I was sweating by the time we got home.
And yeah, I love this.
I know.
Because it's taking something that maybe you wouldn't naturally put with cancer, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Fashion. And
right.
It's something you would do anyway. So if you're already going to donate that bag, or if you're already a person who wants to buy from the Real, why aren't you going to buy from you guys? Like, it's
duh.
Hello. I mean,
duh.
Actually brilliant. And why I wanted to have you on, because I think this is that's why you got to join the gang. That's why you got to join Cancer Cartel. Because guess what's coming up, guys? November and December. Guess what we do in those months?
We shop.
We shop. Because even though we're not going to have our normal Black Friday, we can have some Pink Fridays.
Yeah.
Amen.
We can shop with you, right?
Yes, I'm writing that down.
We can have
Yes.
Pink Friday.
Yes.
Take that gold nugget right to the bank. I'm telling you right now, we need to do Pink Fridays. And
Yes.
I will even do an Instagram live where we like go crazy.
Yes, let's do
I
it.
love
But
that.
I think also, you can buy gifts that way. And you know what? No one needs a gift more than yourself. I wanted to give you full reign, audience, to buy something from the Cancer Cartel for yourself for Christmas.
Preach, sister.
because you know your husband does not know what the hell to buy you. And
Oh, for sure.
pretend another second with this. So just you're going to go to the Cancer Cartel and you're going to get your Christmas present for yourself, a luxury item that you just.
That's right.
And heck, we'll wrap it up for you. We'll tell it it's a gift. We'll wrap it for you.
Yeah. We'll put a giant pink ribbon on it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about why is the Cancer Cartel so important, especially now? Because right now we are going through COVID. People are losing money. They're losing their jobs. So why do you need our support now?
Yeah, I would say I'll start and then Carrie can jump in. But literally, people need us now more than ever. I mean, we during COVID, when we started COVID, we couldn't hand out gift cards like we were in person before. We would go to some hospitals and hand them out. So we've been sending out $100 Amazon gift cards. And I will tell you that the emails we get back from people with those $100 is amazing. Like this woman was able to buy her daughter a birthday gift that she wasn't going to be able to do. Another woman was able to buy a blanket that she needs for treatment. Yeah.
I mean, we're tearing up. Don't mind us.
Simple things like that. But then we got on the phone. We did
things you don't think about.
Yes.
Like,
We got on the phone.
For a birthday gift for your child when you're just trying to pay for your treatment to live.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's sad.
And then we got on a phone a couple weeks ago and just gave out some larger sums of money. And I'll tell you, these women, they just needed us. It wasn't even about, I mean, the money was great, but they really needed us to talk to them because they're going through their treatment by themselves. Their husbands or their significant others are having to drop them off at the hospital. They can't even go in with them.
Yeah.
And they feel very lonely. And that's what I took away from those conversations is that people need us now more than ever, just to have an ear, just to listen to them and what their worries are.
Carrie, what do you think about why like now is the time?
You know, I think that we are in a time with COVID where, like Shelly said, we need each other more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, I personally know so many people who are struggling financially that don't have cancer because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And the added pressure of worrying about a freaking global pandemic in your mind, like the
While you're
mental,
going through it.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know this, Liz, like we're all struggling on some level right now. Anyone who says they're not struggling because of what's happening in our world is lying because
In line.
yeah, like our mental health right now is the worst it's ever been in our lifetime. And
Guys, and when we were laughing about this, we were talking before we got on here. I told you I can't handle the light bulb going out. Like the light bulb goes out and I'm like, what is happening? How could that light bulb go out? I don't even know where I'm going to get a light bulb. I don't have a light bulb. I mean, literally, I can't take a light bulb going out, let alone if I had cancer on top of all this.
Oh, yeah.
My heart just goes out to the cancer warriors right now because it's enough just with this stupid pandemic and getting Zoom fatigue, let alone, you know, being tired because you've had chemo.
Yeah.
right.
Take care of your kids, or you don't know where your money is. What?
Yeah.
So,
Or
Right.
those kids are being homeschooled and you're having to figure out how to do that. I mean,
And you're tired, like,
yeah.
right? I mean, Shelly has a young daughter. I'm so thankful. I have a 20-year-old son, so we're not in this school garbage that everyone is facing. But you know, the added pressure of COVID on top of this is mind-boggling, and that's why Shelly, Katie, and I have. I mean, we are working hours that you don't even want to know to try and make this a reality, so that we can help as many people as possible.
And we're doing it all on our own time. We're not paying ourselves a dime for it.
Yes,
we are
and that's why
doing
we
it
need to
because
support.
we believe in it.
Yes, I love it. Tell me this: what is the biggest lesson that you feel like you've learned through starting the Cancer Cartel? It could be something you learned or something that surprised you during the, forming of this. I mean, you guys had this great idea. You knew it was going to feel good, but what has been the biggest lesson you think you could take out of it?
I think for me, I think the lesson is, I know this sounds stupid and cliche, but just do it. Like none of us had any experience starting a nonprofit. We had no clue what we were doing. We knew there was a need because we'd all three experienced it. And just be brave. Like if you have an idea, if it's pulling on your heart and you just keep, you know that it's the right thing to do, just do it. You can figure it out. Like we learned how to fill out the freaking paperwork on Google. Like if you,
figure outable, as Marie Forleo says.
I love Marie Forleo.
Yeah, it's not her. But it's true. Everything is figure outable. If you just Google it, go to the videos. Someone will show you on a video how to fill out that.
We did that.
Yes.
I do it all the time.
Yeah. So I think that for me,
let's do it. Leap, and then that will appear, as Katie says in the past episode.
Yes.
So
And it's true. So for me, that's it. I know that I've been victim to holding myself back in my life. Like I knew I could do it, but I just didn't. I was afraid. And this Cancer Cartel has made me brave. Like this, we're doing it.
Warrior.
Made me brave.
And I'll add on to that because I think at the beginning we were a little hesitant to ask for help or reach out to people. We don't really care. I mean, if someone doesn't like what we're doing, I mean, we do care, but if they don't want to join, if they don't want to join us, that's okay. Someone else will. So,
you know what? You're not for everyone, but let me tell you, you're for a lot of people.
Yeah,
people shouldn't be worried about the no's out there. I mean, there's going to be people that are going to say yes, and that's what I mean. You just got to be brave and go forward and do it.
Okay. Well, they always say that you need to find meaning in your suffering. Like I've heard so many stories of tragedy and loss, but if you don't make meaning to your suffering, you almost go mental. So obviously you guys have done that. You've taken your suffering.
For sure.
You're making meaning to your suffering. What do you need right now to keep Cancer Cartel going? Other than we're going to really get into this at the end of the show. We're going to talk about exactly what you're going to do and how you're going to join. You're going to ride with me and the Cancer Cartel ladies, join our gang.
Yeah.
I love it. For meeting, because I know you guys are kind of coming like you're not being paid, but like you want to continue this work. What do you really need to continue?
Yeah, because we're grassroots. We're starting from
we started with So we started with $0. Like actually, let's be clear. We started with $- because
put money in.
Which every entrepreneur, anyone who starts something, like I'm not saying like pat us on the back for putting our own money in, like that's great. But the way that we created this, our dream model is after another charity called Charity Water, who committed to 100% of their raised funds to go directly to their initiative. And then they found a benefactor who came in and covered 100% of their administrative costs. Let's be clear, it costs money to raise money. And the three of us together with our skills and passion, if we could do this for our career, for our job, and really have a budget that we could work with, we will get to our goal of giving away $11 million. So that's what we need to make this happen. We know it's happening. We know it's in the universe. We keep every interview we're on, every podcast we talk about, every article that's written about us, we talk about it because we know that someone out there believes in us and believes in this mission and that we will attain that goal.
Yeah, you're going to get a partner for sure. And I think that, this is one of those things that someone listening right now may be like, oh man, I love this idea. You guys are new. You just started this one.
A year ago, August.
Right. So you're just a year old and you're already doing such great things. So I'm so thrilled. Tell me, what would you say to women who feel called to start an organization? Like you already kind of just said it. You just do it. You feel like you want to help, just do it. Don't be afraid, jump in. But what, like anything else you would tell, our listeners, if they're like, oh God, I should do something like this for whatever my passion is, or, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say follow your heart, but also don't be afraid to ask for help. So at the very beginning, when we started, there was a couple other nonprofits that came in and helped us. Like they said, if you guys need any help with your paperwork, let us know. They got on a couple Zoom meetings with them. And we did that we've done that for one other person so far. I know that someone was interested in starting something and we got on a call with her. But don't be afraid to ask. I mean, we're always, we're answering our DMs, our emails. So if anyone wants to get on a Zoom with us and they're interested in starting something, we can help you. I mean, literally, like Carrie said, we Googled it. I mean, there are examples of the paperwork out there, I mean, you can actually Google actual documents and it's pretty much shows you how to fill it out. But sometimes it's nice. I mean, I'll tell you, it was daunting for just me to look at it, but when the three of us sat down and just kind of put it all over the table and did it together, I think it kind of made it easier. So sometimes it does help to have someone else doing it with you.
Oh my
So we're
God, it
here.
helps. Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
I also was going to say, I'm a big believer in lady gangs, and especially as I'm writing with the Cancer Cartel. So I'm going to
That's right.
introducing you rather to Tiffany Smiley from More Than Me, because you guys know I'm a member of More Than Me. It's an amazing national.
Yes.
Did I already introduce
Yes.
her? I don't know if I did or not.
No, not yet.
No, not yet, but we would love it.
And also I want to introduce you to the Bra Network, who I think you maybe could do a little collaboration with. My favorite girl, Carrie Murray, runs the Bra Network, and she is incredible and has this great network of ladies too. So I will hook you, but that is my commitment. I'm going to do that. That's one of the things. That's not.
And I'll tell you that is how, I mean, that right there is so important to us because, I mean,
That's how we find
person-
everyone.
Every person we've talked to has that where they're like, okay, I maybe I don't have anything to donate, but
Oh no, I'm donating too.
but I can put you in touch with this other person.
We haven't gotten to that part.
But no, I mean, we're so grateful for those connections that people are making for us.
Connections are
We're amazing.
everything, but
Yes.
it's gonna put your money where your mouth is, people. I'm just saying.
Love it, Liz. Love it.
Oh, fun.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to tell the friends, our cancer warriors that are listening? Because I have an awesome cancer warrior little contingency, these awesome ladies who DM me. What do you want to say to those cancer warriors that are listening?
I would say keep your chin up. You can do this. It's scary as hell and we freaking know it. And you're going to have a bad day. Like there's going to be days where you break down and you have to keep telling yourself you can do it and surround yourself only with people who are telling you you can do it. Because if you have any negative people in your life and people that are just, that can't handle it, it's okay to tell them you can't hang out or, just protect yourself because you need all the positivity that you can get. And the other thing that I would say, and this was something I was really, really, really bad at, do not be afraid to ask for help. Yeah. I am one of those people, like I'm ridiculous.
Accept the help.
Right.
Just make a blanket statement to yourself. I'm just going to accept it. I don't even care. If someone says, I'm going to do this, say yes. Just don't say no.
Yes. Yeah. Because I said no the whole time.
That's like, no. Women say no. Yeah. I have, my son has been in about 100 bad times. We had a botched surgery. He's had 40 surgeries on his arm.
Oh God.
Had to do a colonoscopy. She's 11 damn years old. She had colitis.
Oh my God.
Oh.
If one person says, can I bring you food? I say yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I say yes before they finish their sentence because I've already done this. And I do it for other people. And when they're like, oh no, I'm fine. I'm like, son of a gun. Let people help you. It helps them. It makes them feel good. And accept this damn help because you need it.
Yeah. Just say, just drop the soup off on my front porch.
Just drop it on the front porch.
I
don't have the energy for hellos and hanging out. That's cool. I'm going to drop that on your front porch. Don't even say hi to me. I'm not ringing the doorbell. I'll text you when it's there.
Yeah.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
Yeah.
And that actually brings us to the second point, which is for people who are supporting a cancer warrior, what is it important for us to know about that?
Oh, I think Katie really feels strongly about this one. So I'll talk from Katie. Because I personally, I was so appreciative of all the cards and messages I got. People would actually send me in the mail cards on, the time I was off work. And it was just amazing to get those positive cards and just know people are thinking of you. And Katie's, she loved people texting her and stuff, but she didn't want it to be a question like on how are you doing? Just say, hey, I'm thinking of you. No need to respond.
Checking in.
Yeah, just checking in because sometimes you just don't feel like carrying on that conversation. Because if you say I'm fine or I'm good, then you're going to ask another question. So just say I'm checking in, thinking of you. I'm dropping off, like you said, a thing of soup at your door, or I'm sending you this package in the mail. No need to thank me. I mean, just simple, easy stuff like that. But I do know from being on both sides of it, being on that support side is sometimes the harder part because you don't know. You don't want to upset that. Like overwhelm them
anyway, right? Like,
yes,
I think the message here is they're going to say no, or they're going to say they're fine, or they're going to be like, oh, I'm this and that.
Yeah.
Just do it anyway. Just send the package, drop it off, and just be like, do not thank me. It's nothing. I just want you to know I'm here. and the
Yes.
checking in with a little heart and just let it be. Like if they want you to have
Yes.
this talk, I always say to people, if you want me to come over there with a bottle of wine, you just text me a wine bottle and I'll be there in 4 seconds.
I love that.
Literally 10
Yes.
seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, like I just feel like some people also, it's like I can't plan it. Like I can't be like, can you come over at Wednesday at 5? Yeah, it's just there's moments that you can
Yeah.
plan to come over. Just text me the wine glass. I'll be over. You know, that's what
I
we do.
love that.
Yeah.
I think that, and Shelly talked about this too, but don't, send like a cozy blanket or a new mug that has an encouraging word on it. Like there's so many Google gifts for cancer patients. Like don't ask me what I want because I don't know what I want. I'm freaking tired and my boobs hurt. So just buy me a comfy robe.
I'll add to that though. When I was first diagnosed with breast cancer, I hated the color pink. So when people literally would send me like a pink mug or a pink, oh my gosh, I put all that stuff away. I mean, now I take it out because I love it. But it was that first 6 months, I hated the color. Like it was just the worst color because it was like I was actually going through it. So but yeah, I
black.
I love the comfy pajamas though. People sent me comfy pajamas and that was like the best thing.
Oh yeah, comfy pajamas. Yeah, like my sister sent like the cutest, softest yellow sweatshirt. It's like buttery yellow. And I mean, just use your brains, people.
Slippers. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's not get down into the dirty. I don't even have this on the list of questions. I'm just going to do this with you.
Oh, I like it.
How are we getting involved with you? I need to know on the low level. So we've already talked from a high level standpoint, if you just got money that you can burn in your fireplace or you know someone else who can burn money in the fireplace just for kicks, they need a benefactor. Okay.
Yes.
But what can people do? Give me some tiers. Like, okay, I've got literally no money, but I really do love what you're telling me. Can I give a tiny bit of money to you or a monthly program I could join where it's people, or can I just give you my company has a matching? What can I do?
Yes.
Give me all the things. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'll start and then Carrie can jump in. So on our website at cancercartel.com, we have a donate now button. And on that donate now button, you can choose to donate clothing, that luxury high-end clothing, or you can donate money. And you can donate as little as you want or as much as you want. Every little bit helps. And we just launched this week a new program where it is the monthly. So at the top of our, yes, I think you did. Yes. And so,
yes, she did.
I'm just going to say I did.
Yes.
You did. And we love you for that because it seriously makes a huge difference.
Yes. So at the top of our website is the banner and you can click on that and it's like $5, $10,
$5, $25, $50, or $100 a month
per month. And you don't even have to think about it.
I'm going to be a monthly donor to you. So I'm going to make a commitment that I will do that. But
that's awesome.
You can do any amount though. They can be a donor for 5, 10, 20, anything.
Yep.
And I think the monthly donation, I mean, I do that for Joe Biden. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to write a check for $10K. Yeah. Joe Biden. Love you, Joe. I wish I could. I would though.
Sure.
But I did give a weekly donation to Joe, which I'm proud to give him. And when it gets pulled out every week, it's less painful to me, but I also feel like good about it. I have a monthly donation going to the ACLU. Like, I just think this is one of those things. It's kind of not painful. It's like a little amount, but it's going monthly. And every time it comes out, you say, oh, I'm giving to the Cancer Cartel ladies. It makes
it feels good. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and like and Shelly's, I don't know who says this, but give up one Starbucks a month. Okay. Right. A Starbucks costs more than $5. So if you could just please give up one Starbucks a month, if we get 10,000 people to give $5 a month, we will change the world.
We can help
very quickly.
Yeah. A lot of people.
You guys, like, seriously, every one of your listeners, if you're listening right now, that $5 is humongous to us. So please don't think that it doesn't matter because it does.
Yeah. Or 10 or 15 or 20 or 100 if you want. I mean, a lot of us are not like doing gym memberships right now. We're not doing, we've got some things that we were paying monthly for that maybe we're not paying for anymore.
Totally.
So, maybe do this in place of that. Maybe you're working out at home and you're just doing some Zoom stuff. Maybe give this as your monthly something you were kind of doing before. Maybe you had a dry bar membership. I had a lot of friends with a dry bar membership. You ain't dry bar right now. So
we love
our money in the Cancer Cartel.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And literally, if you don't have the money, I mean, honestly, following us on social media and sharing about us
Huge.
is so huge.
Share
I
what
mean,
they're doing, connect them
yes.
to other ladies.
Yes.
Spread the message. Tell everybody about the Cancer Cartel.
Yeah.
You can still join the gang. You can join
Yes.
by being on social media and sharing and supporting.
Yes.
We want you as a
we
member,
love that.
whether you have money or not. We want you.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
you have something that's just sitting in your closet and you feel guilty because you're like, ooh, someone bought me this awesome, expensive thing. And I feel
But I don't.
terrible because it just sits there and I don't like it. And I don't know what to do. And I feel guilty selling it. Guess what? I found your answer. Give it to the Cancer Cartel.
Yeah.
Amen, sister. Preach.
Okay. All right. We're on to the speed round because we got to have some fun. We need to have some fun right now.
Have fun.
Cocktail of choice.
Tequila. Margarita.
Oh,
Margarita. Okay. All right.
mine was going to be a mojito, or I could always do a margarita. I mean, you
All right,
can't
so
think
my
of
husband
it.
does the margaritas like every night and they're deadly. I'm like, please.
Oh, then we're coming over.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we'll
God,
see
they're
ya.
so good. They're so good. And Coco, we always joke, Landon was in vitro. Coco was a mojito.
Oh,
The mojitos have a very special place in my heart.
yeah.
One costs 15, one costs 50K. You know, you never, you just don't have
What do you do?
you just don't know about your kiss. Yeah, you just don't.
Oh.
Okay, mantra or quote you live by.
I love YOLO, like I said before. You only live once. I mean, that really stuck with me after I went through this.
Yeah.
Mine is we rise by lifting others. I mean, this
I love that.
Yes.
we do like women helping women, women helping men. Like
Yeah.
we all help each other in this world. You get by giving.
Yes.
And yeah, we rise by lifting others.
I love that one so much. I love that. What simple thing, this is actually really important because we've talked a lot about self-care on this damn podcast because I'm telling women self-care is not optional. It is
Correct.
required because we cannot get through this mess without some self-care. So tell me what simple things you guys do for yourselves, a simple self-care tip that you could tell our listeners that they can do.
Oh, I love sitting in my infrared sauna and listening to good podcasts.
Infrared sauna. Is that one of those ones that's like it goes in your house, right? Like it's a little
Yeah, it's just it's just, you sit in there, get really hot and sweaty and sweat all the toxins and feel really good.
I love it. Do you listen to podcasts in there?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great time to listen.
Yeah,
actually.
it is.
I love it. Okay.
Okay, well, mine is a little different because mine is a good spray tan.
Okay.
Oh, I love that
Okay.
too.
Like
Yeah.
we live in Seattle, which is like the most depressing place in the world. It's gray and awful out right now.
It's been so beautiful this summer though.
I know, I'm really great. So Liz, I'm super bratty about it. Like I just am anti-Washington,
Yeah.
and these Katie and Shelly love it here, which praise God.
I mean,
So,
I love the sun, but we do have the best summers. Beautiful.
I love this.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
The
that's true.
spray tan.
The spray tan gives you some self-care.
Yeah. So I want to say that, but I also want to say one other thing because this is something that I think women need to not be ashamed of and need to talk about. I have a mental health professional who I love.
1,000,000%.
I think every human on the planet should have counseling. My husband and I go to counseling. It is one of the things I'm most proud of. I talk about it all the time. I talk about it with anyone. So there's an app. It's called BetterHelp. You can even never leave your house to talk to someone. Get a freaking counselor.
I mean, honestly,
Love
we
it.
all need that right now. We really,
Yeah.
really do. What makes you guys feel unstoppable?
Oh my gosh. I think we feel it every day. I don't know. I mean, we
Cancer
get
Cartel makes you feel unstoppable. Truly.
It really
Yeah.
does. I mean, the three of us get on our Zooms every day and we are fired up. I mean, we look at our, people who've emailed us, our responses. We get on exciting podcasts such as this. I mean, this stuff just fires us up. Really, it truly does.
You should be fired up. What you're doing is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna say the same thing. My dreams are coming true because of
Yeah.
Cancer Cartel. Like if you saw my dream board right now, podcasts are on it. It's been on it for years. And I am so freaking excited to
Yeah.
meet we've met some incredible people. I
Mhm.
finally feel like I'm on the right path. I've had some detours and, if we had hours, I could tell you some really, really scary stories, but the detours that I've taken and, just, this is it. This is what it was all for. And I'm so freaking fired up. I can't
Yeah.
stand it.
No, I think when you're on the right path, you get fired up. And I think that's how we all three feel like when we are. I mean, you should see our messages sometimes going back and forth in the evening. People
You would
would
laugh. You would die. You'd think we were idiots.
No,
But we
I love it so
we
much.
get so fired up about it. We are so excited about everything.
I love it. And I think that's, I mean, listen, when you stand perfectly, when you're on the right path, that makes
Yeah.
you feel unstoppable. It does. It makes you feel
Yeah.
who do you most admire? I'm going to start with Carrie on this one. Who do you most admire?
Oh gosh, can I give you more than one?
Sure.
Okay, so I kind of have a trifecta.
Okay.
Number one is Brene Brown.
Love her, yes.
Brene Brown has changed my life. She is incredible. I love her so much that it hurts.
What about her? Like about her? It's her books or her work on shame or what?
It's everything. So, Daring Greatly, her book, Daring Greatly, I've listened to it and I've read it in my hand probably 5 times. I can't, it's changed me. It's made me a better person. It's made my marriage better. She's really changed me. We kind of speak the same language. Like, she was a people pleaser and, she never told her husband what she needed. I was that girl and now I'm not. And it's incredible. So her, Glennon Doyle, I freaking love Glennon Doyle.
100 billion%. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to meet Glennon Doyle and Abby Wambach so bad. I know we will be instant best friends.
1000%. I went to go see Glennon at this Untamed book thing.
Oh, wow.
And on a tour. Well, first I was supposed to go to her book thing, but of course I got canceled because of stupid COVID. But before that, I went to the tour that they were doing, which I can't remember the name of, but it was amazing. They do these tours, and Abby was there too. But I was there for Glennon. I was like, okay, Abby, I'm really here for Glennon. I'm really back away. And everyone was talking. There were great women. Here comes Abby. She does a whole speech, lead from the bench, and I was like, oh, I'm here for Abby. I did not.
Wow.
Abby is the shit.
And then I read Wolfpack. If you haven't read Wolfpack by Abby Weinbach, you are missing out. That takes 3 seconds to read and is like a Bible. I pick it up. I'm like, what did she say about that? Yes. Okay. That's it. But she is insane. Insane. Yeah.
Yep. So my third one is Jen Sincero, they're all authors.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
speakers.
know
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
What?
No,
my
she's
God, Jen
fabulous.
Sincero.
Yes.
Write that down, Liz. Jen
Yes.
Sincero. Her
Yeah,
books
you'll
are
love her.
called You Are a Badass.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
So those are my trifecta.
Okay.
Renee, Glennon,
Yeah.
Glennon and Abby are one, and then Jen Sincero.
Okay.
Oh
well,
my God.
obviously, I'm missing a side of the triangle, so now I'm very upset.
Yeah, you have to follow.
You know,
You have to get back in it now.
Oh my God.
No, I love all the ones Carrie said. I would just add Oprah to that. I mean, she's my dream.
I mean, is there anyone better than the Mama? Oh, she's
No,
the highest pinnacle.
I could listen to her all day.
Oh my
The
God.
voice is like butter.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay. What's exciting? I mean, we're so excited. I love us.
Shit. Are you asking me?
most right now? This is almost like a joke. We're like, what is exciting you the most right now?
Oh my God. What's exciting me the most right now is just being on this podcast with you.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
October is what's exciting me the most right now. October has been, and we're only 8 days in. October has been such an enormous boost and blessing for our organization. We've met some incredible people. We're partnered with some incredible companies. A local auto group, Michael's Automotive Group here in Bellevue, Washington, has agreed to donate $50 for every car they sell. We just have some amazing, I know, isn't that awesome?
Yes.
So, we are making leaps and bounds this month. And we really believe that by the end of this month, we're going to have that benefactor. We think that it's happening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's make it happen. And also, I think it's important to know that this is a month where people are very fired up.
Yes.
And that's great. But this is even more the point of maybe do monthly, because guess what? Then October goes away.
Right.
And then people are like, oh my God, I got to think about Thanksgiving and why I hate my family so much. And then I think about Christmas and how I don't want to buy my kids anything because my house is full of stuff. So really, I think the monthly donation is the way to go. I'm just
Oh, it's
saying.
awesome.
I like a good one-off. That's fine. If you just want to give one time and it's October Breast Cancer Month, I'm not hating you, but I really think the month is the way to go. I'm just saying.
We agree. Like it's so
Well, that's
easy.
one of our most
Set it and
exciting
forget it.
things. It's one of our most exciting things. It really is. When we got that to work, we're like, this is it. I mean, this is awesome.
Because you don't even
easy.
feel it. It sort of just kind of goes, and I think it's all you don't feel it and it feels good.
Yes.
Do you know how many people pay for a gym membership that they haven't gone to in years that are coming?
Yeah. 1,000.
I mean, right. Like, I'm sorry, but like you're getting $29.95 or $79.95 if you go to like a fancy gym.
Oh, for
and
sure.
you don't even freaking go.
Yeah.
Like classes online. No, please.
Yeah.
So we've all decided we're all giving monthly and we're going to ride with Cancer Cartel. Thank you, ladies, for coming on today.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm
you.
freaking out. Like this is so much fun. We're so grateful. And I
Carrie's
know
gonna change her clothes after this.
I am.
Sweating.
I sweat through my shirt. I'm not proud to say it.
No, she does. She does it every time.
I sweat through everything. It's hysterical.
Yes.
I just want to say you guys became warriors through cancer, but the way you're helping other women and this started, that really makes you guys warriors. So I'm so glad to know you. I get a little teary-eyed because I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm really excited to partner with you. And I'm so excited. I'm a member of the Cancer Cartel.
Hell yes, you are.
Liz,
You're in the gang, Liz.
Amazing.
You guys got to join me. You got to join me. Get together with these Cancer Cartel ladies because they are changing lives. And let's do it together because together we get there so much faster. So let's do it. Right?
Yes.
Amen.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, or Spotify. And if you enjoyed the show, leave us a positive review. This is Conversations with Warrior Women podcast with me, Liz Svatek. And remember, every woman has a story. You just have to ask her. Bye.